Celebrating 2 years of full-time van life, living off-grid in our motorhome. We are currently in Ireland. Join us for a tongue-in-cheek review of the pros and cons of life on the road. We are the Motorhome Mavericks. This is our adventure so far.
And here we have full-time van lifer Lisa in her favourite environment, doing the laundry.
The laundry is the most stressful thing I've ever had to do throughout van life. Now, people might think I'm being petty, but the machines are crap. Some of the areas are a nightmare to get to, so you have to walk with a big heavy bag for like miles just to get to it. I mean, to be fair, can't knock this one. Good machine, lets you run it for as long as you want to. A lot of the machines give you a 20-minute wash and that's it. How's that supposed to wash your clothes?
So is it fair to say that the laundry is your worst thing about van life?
No, actually it's the second worst thing. My worst thing is missing the family, especially the grandchildren.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's very, very hard. It is hard. But when we do get to see them, at least we can take them on holiday.
And they do love that.
So that's a good thing. But the laundry is not Lisa's favourite. Go on, give us some wedding!
We've got some amazing views. Absolutely gorgeous.
The wild Atlantic way never stops giving, that's for sure.
No, especially on a chill island.
Yeah. Well, that was handy getting the washing done, wasn't it?
Yeah, lovely campsite. And we managed to get everything done all in one place.
Yeah, it's pretty handy staying on a campsite. I know we don't like doing it often, but at least it gives you a chance to charge everything up. Fill up with water, because that's a pain in the arse normally. Not so much in Ireland or Scotland, Europe, but England's just a nuisance. You literally have to still water in England.
And then you got the toilet issues. Again, Europe, Scotland, Ireland, all great, no problems whatsoever, but you get into England and Wales, it becomes an issue.
Indeed it does, indeed it does. Out here, you don't have to go more than 5 miles without finding a service point. We can pay a couple of quid or even free to do it, but England, that's why we alleviate the problem. We carry 2 cassettes about, which makes it last twice as long, simple maths. And also a very large hold-all. Didn't we, Lise?
Yes, we do. So if you ever see Spencer limping into a public toilet, you may be wondering what he's actually carrying. Heavy shit, man.
What's he got, a bow? Bow and arrow?
There's like a stick on him.
So Lise, this van life you keep talking about, you're not really selling it to me, to tell you the truth. You can't have a bath or shower hardly ever. You can't do your laundry. Going to a toilet seems a bit of a faff. Is there anything good about it at all? It seems a lot of effort. Why are you into this van life with all that hard work?
Because of things like this, for starters.
Yeah, paying 40 quid to bath in seaweed. I get the concept, yeah, is that it?
No, the amazing parkups.
Oh, okay, okay.
The scenery.
Right, yeah.
Always being at the place you need to be if you've got anything planned.
Yeah, that makes life a lot easier, doesn't it? So these park-ups you tell us about, I've heard in England it's really hard work to park up in nice places and councils stop you from everywhere.
Car parks to scenic view parks, never had a problem at all.
They say on YouTube, van life is over. It is impossible. But we have an amazing park up, whether we're abroad, here in Ireland, where you can literally just park where you want, or whether we're in the UK, where granted councils don't make it so easy, but there's always a place, if you know well, you're just smart enough, and we've never had a problem.
Parking in the winter months is a lot easier than parking in the summer months, because not all, but a lot of councils do turn a blind eye in the winter months because there's not as many people about.
Yeah. The only problems we do get occasionally in parkups, and they're not really problems, are the boy racers.
Oh yes.
We do get a few boy racers, don't we, Lise?
Yes, we do.
Some nights we get the boy racers having a little bit of fun outside, and they normally drive past and give us a little beep. A majority of the time they finish by about 11 o'clock at night and go home to bed, yeah. Oh, can you hear that?
And they love a little spin round right next to your van.
Yeah, they're not too bad. That said, we've never had no problems with them whatsoever. They've never abused us. Right, this little old man's getting more shrivelled than he already is. Is it time to get out?
So yesterday you said that you love motorhome life for the great locations we get to go to sleep in. I guess you're talking about this sort of scenario then, are you?
This is the perfect location. You've got the mountains on one side and the sea on the other, with the occasional sheep walking past.
But yeah, that's nice. That is nice. Anyway, we've got to have this tea, make a move, because we've got problems, haven't we?
We went to bed last night and the LPG decided to pack up on us, and we only noticed because the fridge was flashing.
Well, the LPG actually ran out, which we did know was running out for the last couple of days. We come out of chill a day longer than we should have done, with a full aspect of going to get gas, because that's another problem. And then we saw this sign to the Spanish Armada viewpoint and turned off. Got here just when it was going dark. Lovely mountain road in, lovely park up. Got smashed by a wind again, and just as we went to bed, like Lisa said, the gas went off even.
Unfortunately, with the LPG out in Ireland, it's a bit of a pain because they're very few and far between, and we've got to drive all the way to Galway now to go and get some, which is about a 2.5 hour drive.
So that is another problem with van life, especially in Ireland. Gas isn't very available, and bad management. Not so hard in summer when you don't need the heating on 24 hours a day, but this time of year it's a problem. Made worse because the other thing we've got this time of year is a lack of solar panels or lack of sunshine. So it really is sometimes a gamble. Do we use gas? Cheap as chips, but not always easy to obtain. Or do we use electricity? Free, but in this weather, not always great.
But we do need gas more because we won the fridge off it and the central heating.
So we've got to go and get some now, because basically that is a day out of our life and we want to continue the Wild Atlantic way from where we've left off. So we're going to go down to near Galloway, get some gas and come back.
Sun's come out, great way to get the washing dry. Thank God for a big dashboard.
You learn to adapt, improvise. You can't get better than that. You get the heat from the engine coming up, a rare bit of sunshine coming there. All is good, like a Chinese laundry.
Croagh Patrick is an important site of pilgrimage in County Mayo Island. We were due to climb it yesterday. The problem is the weather was going booloo. We had hailstones and winds, so unfortunately it put us off going up there.
We was going to climb it today, but woke up this morning and up until about an hour ago, would you believe, we had having rain and hailstones all day. Winds are still blowing, not as bad as yesterday, but being the southern softies we are, we're not going to go now until tomorrow.
But that doesn't matter because we're in no hurry, so we can hang around and hopefully wait until the weather calms down a bit.
We're living in a metal box. The weather plays a big part in our life. The wind rocking us constantly, as it did in Storm Ewing. The rain keeping us awake at night.
And when it is hot and sunny, we moan because there's too much heat coming through the windscreen of ours. Can't win.
Can't win. Can't win. Literally can't win. And of course, with bad weather, brings the mud.
And then you've got the sand. Just don't live in a van if you don't want the sand in your van.
Because you never get that bugger out, that is for sure.
Oh, you're sweeping constantly and it still doesn't go.
She says we're sweeping.
He's sweeping. So we've had a half-hour walk today. Is it time to go home now and have a cup of tea?
Have a cup of tea, warm our hands up. And that's where we parked last night. Very sheltered.
Nice spot, quiet too.
This is what it's all about. This is the real reason we went full-time, to be close to Mother Nature, so we can play outdoors, whether it's hiking, biking, paddle boarding, we're always close to where we want to be.
However, sometimes it isn't achievable, and the reason for that is because we have to get the bikes or the paddle boards out of the back of the van, and that can be a chore in itself.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, sometimes we have to say, you know what, no. Or maybe what we should do is grow a pair and say, you know what, let's go with that faff, because we know even that hour's biking is going to give us the enjoyment we ourselves love. The hailstones are hitting really, really hard. But we made it!
Oh!
So achieved our goal of reaching the summit of Croagh Patrick. Weather was very interchangeable up there, and we spent a lot longer up there than we should have done due to the fact we were busy talking to the other hardy souls that were up there. And Spencer was also providing his obligatory photography service for some people.
Yeah, I'm like that. But one of the great things about living life on the road is we meet so many people, all walks of life, wherever we go. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, the people have been amazing that we've met.
And of course we go to a lot of festivals. We end up little local festivals or little local customs. Purely by chance, we just rock up places, literally driving through, and we see a festival, we'll have some of that, and we spend a day or two, whatever it is.
You wouldn't be able to do that if you were staying in a hotel. Our freedom is just amazing. We wouldn't be without it. And that is why we never plan, we just go with the flow.
Yeah, just go with the flow. Some things we do plan, Lewis, Mountain Bike World Cup, and then once you have that end goal, what you meet on the way, what you find on the way is part of your adventure. It's the best part of your adventure because you don't know, you're not expecting it. And you're never let down by them because you didn't know they was there, so you weren't looking forward to them.
And we've come across some very interesting nights out because of it.
Yes. Anyway, I think we're in for hailstorm number 1962 today. It's getting black and I've just taken my coat off.
So it's time to move on,
get
back
hill.
down to the van and go from there. Nice and toasty in here today.
Yep, the Irish wind is giving us a battering, but now we've got gas. It's amazing what a bit of heat can do for you.
What chores we got to do today then?
Well, the first priority, without a shadow of doubt, is water. We're one down to one bar.
We've also got to go and get rid of our rubbish, which is a nightmare on a day-to-day basis anyway, but a bigger nightmare in Ireland.
Yeah, it's rubbish trying to get rid of your rubbish in Ireland.
And then there's us living together in such a small space over the last 2 years. On the positive side, he's still alive to tell the tale, so he must be doing something right.
But if you want to know how I survive mad ramblings, you're going to have to hit the subscribe button. And if you have got any questions regarding motorhomes, full-time van life, please leave a comment and we will get back to you. I think we've covered everything in our 2-year full-time review, ain't we? We won't bore you with the motorhome and what goes wrong, the repairs we've had to carry out. There's been a few along the way.
Yes, there has, but before we used to just take our motorhome in and get it repaired from a professional, but now we've started to learn how to do it ourselves. So that's got to be a good thing, hasn't it?
Oh yes, saves us a few quid.
Yes. We initially set out to live full-time in our motorhome for 2 years. That is now complete. Is van life over?
To quote Karen Carpenter, we've only just begun.
Ooh. Thank you for watching.